The large man with the small hands stands in front of microphones, makes small pronouncements with big impact on the way we live or don't. Don T is his name. Don't wear a mask. Don't combat climate change. Don't fight forest fires. Black lives don't matter. I pray God gives wisdom to our nation's voters, makes it clear to them if Don's tiny hands are the ones turning our globe, our chances of dying in the year ahead are huge.
Donald Trump, the loser. He was groomed to become a slumlord. As a child, he could have literally whatever he wanted. He liked that idea. So he dedicated himself to making his own personal interest his only priority. Following that course, he decided never to become a mature adult. The slums that he profited from refused to rent to Black people. When a court ordered him to end that practice, he declared this a victory for him. In Montgomery, Alabama, there is a museum dedicated to about 4,000 people who had been lynched in this country. Donald Trump apparently didn't have a serious problem with that history. So when 5 Black teenagers were framed for raping a white woman, Donald Trump spent $80,000 in ads demanding that they be prosecuted. After the Central Park Five spent years in prison for a crime they didn't commit, the police uncovered conclusive proof that they were innocent. They received an award of $40 million because of the police frame-up. Trump continued to argue that the Central Park Five were guilty. When Donald Trump ran for president, the news media made a political decision not to educate the public about his history. Rarely were the Central Park Five mentioned. Clearly, Hillary Clinton's crime bill sentenced many more to unnecessary prison sentences. The government, the news media, and the academic community routinely argue that we live in a democracy. They base this absurd argument on the fact that we can pull levers in a voting booth one day a year. In those mudslinging affairs, the news media has an unwritten law that is rigidly enforced. Third-party candidates that win ballot status and are critical of the corporate drive to maximize profits will almost always be ignored. Yet the Democrats and Republicans are on the front pages every day. This means most people do not know the names of many of those who are running for office. Those candidates are not invited to the debates, and those so-called debates appear to be lovers' quarrels. In the Communist Manifesto, Marx and Engels argued that the capitalist government is merely a support committee for the most affluent families in the world. The president is merely the person in charge of that support committee. So, when the press declares someone is the winner of an election, they are merely stating who will organize the government to support the corporate drive to maximize profits. They make sure that those who oppose this will never get significant publicity. This state of affairs has consequences. After every election, we have several ironclad guarantees. There will be poverty, unemployment, and continued destruction of the environment. Yet, presidents routinely fund the maintenance of thousands of atomic bombs. No one can control the place where we are born or our skin color. The Constitution argues that we are supposed to be equal protection under the laws. Yet the president routinely supports policies where there is institutionalized discrimination against Black people, Latinos, Native Americans, immigrants, and women. Donald Trump feels that the government wasn't doing enough to support his interests. So, when we first learned about the pandemic, he gave trillions of dollars to corporations. Trump did this while those corporations eliminated 50 million jobs. Trump did this while hospitals were in dire need of protective equipment. Trump chastised governors who made modest proposals to isolate the pandemic. He wanted workers to go back to work in a hurry without providing for adequate protective equipment. He argued that he did a great job and that his performance was perfect in fighting the pandemic. Now, a test that was perfect, Donald Trump has tested positive for COVID-19. No, Donald Trump isn't in prison for his horrendous crimes. However, he is in lockdown. So, when we look at the life of Donald Trump, we can state clearly that his current problems were self-inflicted. We don't know what the future will bring. In my opinion, there is one thing we can count on. Young people will continue to demonstrate in the streets, demanding an end to the stark raving lunacy we see in the news every day. That's it.
Take your knee off my neck, I can't breathe. Take the blindfold off, I can't see. Sign to me now, I can't hear. Stop denying the truth, just believe. Keep your mask on now, we're all sick. Let us control you somehow, you'll forget what it means to be alive. Your mental was aside. We apologize, just hang on a little longer. We're all in this together, and it will no doubt make you stronger. While you're trapped inside, no meetings for the addicts. Virtual health treatments while you're manic. It'll all be okay, we promise. But while we're all being honest, stay 6 feet apart or more. We wouldn't want you to get any ideas. Alexa will keep you connected. Technology will help you see us. Are you scared yet? Well, you shouldn't be. Money makes it all better. Please shut up. Your hashtags and amendment rights, frankly, will fuck you up. You'll figure this all out and we'll switch it up again on you. We eat our popcorn in our home theaters. We love to see you all fight, throwing the police under the bus as if they're all evil. Mommy, sit down. Can you please tell me a story? When you used to hear songs about the 2000s, did you guess all this fear? Well, now our atmosphere is diseased. This isn't a make-believe world we live in. Now don't wander too far, no fresh air, just stay in.
What's in a name? Give a hoot. It's all about me, everyone and everything. Plain and simple, and to our dismay, profound, complex. I trump we should have deciphered. The world, his push-button toy. Oi, we say, all Earth's variations of that huge woe, viper sting, he spits with each word. I trump love of this planet. I disdain its stewardship. And don't forget pence, that all-important stain of money, filthy side of coin, not the clear shine of people purpose gold. I trump justice for all, to make the FBI appear a huge FIB, and DACA to stand for Dreamers in America Can't Attain. Trump's tweets only for cuckoos. He forever preaches, not enough wealth to educate our youth, free college, whole health for all, not enough cure for diseases, to hire workers in hard hats, build safe roads, bridges, not enough inner riches to learn, understand, share. We have to care. And I did bring another, thank you. I did bring another, it's funny, I had a couple of these poems and I took a look at them. The last one I read began with what or what's. This one begins with, or the title is when. And there's another one, where, or something like that. Anyway, but I won't read that one, so here we go. And by the way, these were written a little while back, so. When, what or less are we waiting for? We hear at least, very least, one diatribe per day in which the beast spews venom, chews our every heartstring to bits, all our attachments to decency. Ellis Island love, First Amendment breaths, ring out chimes of respect. He wants to die a tribe a day, whether black, brown, gay, whether Muslim, Jew, or you, name it. Starving others deprived of their home, a job, a peaceful sky minus gunshots or bombs. He repeats, notice, 3 times per speech, a nasty name for someone. His tongue kicks them out of a room, city, our nation, separates kids from moms, divides where, whatever, only to shine on himself. Insane, a gold light. Deadly and mean, he teaches the young. How bleak he breeds our country, the seeds he sows. Are we just waking up? Thank you.
Casciano's coffee shop has stopped carrying the New York Times, where shortly after dawn there was Good Morning America. Now there is Fox News from opening to closing and in between, all day on. The streets, the lawns are dotted with names. The cars, the trucks, the pleasure boats carry flags. Even the picture windows, homes and shops demonstrate with loud banners blaring and blazing the name of arrogance. Holiday-like in their frequency, the signs have to be moved and replanted on the lawns, mowed by Mexicans mainly, so fearfully quiet now. No longer friendly when offered water, they fear. They smile, wave hands as if to sign no, and return to their work trying to be invisible. The civilian war has entered the churches and schools, and the shops have become sites of maskless rallies where scoffing repairmen refuse to work in homes with a belief on display for someone else, for something else that matters. A mask, once a sign of caution, becomes again what it once was, a symbol of presumed robbery, and a threatening disease only a conspiracy. You meet others, but how your children are becomes who you're voting for, and derisive laughter is hurled at someone cautious, hesitant to greet an old friend. The earth still turns, the rains still fall, the sun may shine, surgeons strive to save, and nurses work to heal. Educators battle to teach. But here in Cassianos and for many blocks, a war for what may be lost again breaks the hands of civility in cups of tea and coffee.
The novel coronavirus attaches itself to our lungs. People lay in hospital ventilators breathing for them. The virus attaches itself to our psyche. We've completely changed the way we live and think. The virus attaches itself to our political discourse. People armed with AK-47s crowd state houses, protesting mitigating factors. The virus attaches itself to the president. Trump gaslights the people, trying to play down his mistake in handling the pandemic. The virus attaches itself to partisan divide. Republicans rush to reopen the economy while Democrats listen to experts. The virus attaches itself to governing protocols. States battle the federal government for guidance, supplies, and money. The virus attaches itself to our lungs. Over 200,000 people have died from COVID-19. The virus attaches itself to the president. While many countries acted swiftly and decisively, the US hesitated because Trump's eyes were on the stock market. The virus attaches itself to uncertainty. No one knows if immunity exists or what second or third waves will bring. The virus attaches itself to our history books. Trump's crowning achievement will be bungling the pandemic, not his impeachment. The virus attaches itself to the truth. It exposes Trump for the crass and shallow person he is.
Asunder, coming apart like glaciers calving, icebergs drift, blue crystal in the roiling sea. Glaciers calve, danger lies unseen beneath the roiling sea. I'm screaming in alarm. Dangerous lies and denial by the narcissist leading us. I'm screaming in alarm. Don't let this anti-science narcissist lead us away from truth and civility. Don't let his anti-science lies silence voices of reason, of truth and civility. We are coming apart, voices of reason silenced. Like crystal icebergs, we drift.
I shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and they love me. They call me Agent Orange, and I got the suitcase to prove it. Can't touch this while I groove it. I'm the lust that does not rust. President Cheeto dust, liar and thief. Racist in chief, bassist for the band known as Disbelief. President PP, that's a relief. Sir Asshat, doo-doo lips, Sir Twitter finger, don't linger. Click here to watch me shoot you on Fifth Ave. I'm rich, so you let me. You won't forget me. I'm a hit. Don't you see me signing all this shit with my illegit hand? I shred your laws and they sift through like pretty sand. America's been burning. I'm just a tycoon bought the lease and declared a loss. I'm your new mob boss. All aboard my endless luxury freight train of dumpster fires chugging off with your wife and kids before your eyes. My bluster and flamethrowers burn off your surprise. Watch as I heat up and unearth the spectacle of every locust racist lying in wait underground to retake the stolen land and rise just to bring it down. They say I'm the marigold Manchurian, mango Mussolini, Mandarin Mugabe. Now you get to star in your own Fellini. I'm an orange Moon, an albino baboon, psycho orangutan. I'll grab you by the can. I'm an apricot Idi Amin, a sweet potato Saddam. Like your world in a pickle or a jam. You love how I'm a ham, so demented. Now that you've vented, your future's cemented. See, I like it when your dog pee on me. Set your hatred of others free on me. I get my freak on when you think I'm the thing that makes you scared. Those who love me think you radicals are impaired. Every time you hate your relative for liking me, I get the market share. Yeah, I'm a habanero Hitler. Hup two bitches, I'm the Colby Jack der Fuhrer. White Kanye von Clown shtick, straight up no stirrer. Saddle tan Nixon, Parmesan Putin, but more highfalutin. Huffing Voldemort snake oil. My drag name, Gingivitis. They say I'm a coke addict, but I suffer from caveffiitis. Don't worry. What you're hearing ain't what you hear. What you fear, that's not what you feel. What you see isn't what you're seeing, and what you think you're doing, that's not real. Your next meal, read The Art of the Deal. It's my personal appeal. My executive seal is you eating food stamps from my ass while all y'all heal. Say my name, Tweety Tarzan, King Gorge, they just jealous my orgy orange. I'm an unrepentant narcissist dialing it in. Hoax prez so evil, 666, not even a sin. Call me Ishti von Hateface. I'll knock you, you don't kneel. Don von Doucheface, teach you to lie, cheat, and steal. Shitty McShitface, dumbass von Frosty Hair, my tempura tantrums, taking your towns with my smoke and mirror drums. Hear my thumbs, clacking like a death train. Hear my thumbs. Say what you will, man. Say it again. My ratings go up every time you think you win. That's what's up. Complain me, rename me, money fills my cup, just like my daddy did. No shame, masochists like to play this game. These nasty games, last of the bullies you love to hate. Just keep me bad news so my fox fix never late. Private prison's not a prison, border's not a border, wall's not a wall till the machine's out of order. Batshit ain't batshit, funny ain't funny. Journalists says poets, I like 'em a little runny. Yum, I like 'em runny. You liberals fall for it every time. Barbarians are coming. The devil you don't know gets off on that grime. That's why you follow my award-winning show. Keep bitching. Just don't leave me envisioning a world you actually want. Keep pretending you're aghast at my slant, taunt, slur, and stunt. I'm the great Gagnetto, con man the barbarian, right off the dome. Here comes Santa clawing into your home. It's only true I said it, not that it was true. Some fine print on the red, white, and blue. What you're hearing ain't what you hear. What you fear, that's not what you feel. Your taxes make my casinos real. What you're seeing isn't what I saw. Rich like me don't have to have money. No, funny how you hoe what you owe. Sad how you explain me to yourself. So tired, you're fired. What you hear ain't what you hear. Desert wind through fencing, a tweeting bird. What you thought you saw wasn't sand crawling into the skulls of mothers clutching babies in scrub brush holes, crying for water, trying to crawl. They're just sleeping for free at the foot of your wall. You see all this projected by the glow of your own angry flame. She is you, so lost without someone to blame. Now you got the game. Need some more? How about a war?
A dumb flick, prophetic in waning days of an empire. Banana Republic in reality only. Flag of demagogue flown higher than the flag our brave soldiers fought for.
Vladdy Putin and Donald are buddies, though some say before him Don cowers. The source of their friendship is muddy. Could it be Donald's love of gold showers? Don't discount the agony of bone spurs. You can tell Donald suffered a lot. He whines, laments, and moans worse than any Vietnam soldier who got shot. Young Donnie was huge in casinos, though his financing seemed kind of funny. With reporters all digging, now we know, for bailouts, he used Papa's money. Poor Donnie has trouble with losing. His opponents don't have to work hard to see through the tactics he's using. Then Don cries and upends the board. Yes, I was the best baseball player in New York, our Donnie intones. When they struck out, the others all stayed there, but Don took his ball and went home. He trumpets his successes out thunderous. He's never yet made a mistake. But to me, the far greater wonder is he himself thinks his puffings aren't fake. If he could let himself serve as a chauffeur or something he's capable of, instead of a fraudulent loafer, he might be someone we'd love.
Is it finished? Cars were parked along the narrow road overgrown with weeds by the abandoned water slide, that place of silence where ghosts may raid dust-filled tunnels to never-swept roads. And cars were parked up and down the hills beside the forgotten bumper boats, shifting in the wind against each other's soft rubber bodies, and the asphalt climbing wall, its harnesses clanging like empty flagpoles. I looked down the hill and saw a satellite dish where none had ever been, and police lights flashing, cries of people pushing strollers, unloading children from cars. I was afraid. Do I need to say that? I had forgotten when to expect the sun to go down, but I was certain it would not set in that direction, that the people were heading away from light. The lake lay gray as old meat in its harbor. I turned away, hoping that the line of cars parked at odd angles from the road would end before my own road huddled into the heavy woods. It did. But even home, now sitting at my kitchen table, I hear a kind of rumbling. I am singing to myself to drown it out, songs I've forgotten. Singing, opening envelopes, statements from empty bank accounts, small papers with tomorrow's news. If you were here, you might be able to recognize my songs. This is no time to be alone. Banks of lights were on, lighting up my woods, my trees, my wind. A man at a bank of microphones, no. Oh my God, it was a Donald Trump rally. I really didn't know it. It was one of his very first appearances on the primary campaign trail.